Hi guys, and welcome to It's Donnie Wani Time. This is Donnie here, and I am here with my weekly, or bi-weekly, makeup basket for the next 2 weeks, beginning today, March 20th, and I'll be wearing this makeup through April 2nd. So, if you want to see what I'll be wearing, then keep watching. Guys, so let's get this party rolling. Let's talk about mirror, mirror on the wall. I am my mother after all. Yes, I have turned into my mother. Never thought I would, but as I've gotten older, I have turned into my mom, and I love her to death. She's no longer with us in the earthly form, but I speak with her every single day. So, do any of y'all think that y'all have turned into your mom and then when you were younger, you thought you were like, I'm never going to do that? Let me know in the comments down below. So, the first thing, as y'all know, I always do my makeup basket bi-weekly, and I also do a high-end product and a drugstore product. So, we're going to get started. I'm going to try to go in the order in which I use the products. So, the first thing that we have here is my face primers. So for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be using, but I've had this Milani Prime Shield Mattifying and Pore Minimizing, primer. So I'm going to be trying that out. And then also, that's going to be my drugstore. And then my high end is going to be the Too Faced Hangover. It's a hydrating primer. And I just love anything that's going to hydrate my skin. And then the next thing I have is this by It's Cosmetics, the It number 50. Full of a lot of good things for your skin, and I'm really liking this. So actually this is going to be coming up in the 21 days of Ulta, and I think it's going to be within the next week or so, maybe next weekend, whereby this will be half price and it'll be $25 or $24. So that's when I picked this up. Moving on to my correcting products. Y'all know I'm into this color correcting. I'm going to be using again the NYX under my eyes for my dark shadows in the orange. Oops. I'm going to be coming back with the It's Cosmetic Enrich Under Eye Corrector Enrich. Y'all, I have been using this as a concealer, and it was just looking horrible on me, so I stopped using it. So, but now I realize how to use it, and I mix it with this NYX, and oh my goodness, I see a great, great difference. Then I'm going to come back with, well, that one fell off. I'm going to come back with my Makeup Forever HD in Peach. I really like this as well. It's very lightweight. And then also I'm going to be using the Maybelline Eraser for dark circles. So those are going to be my correcting items. Then, moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using for concealing, I have the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, which I'm trying to use up. I have the Naked Skin Concealer, and I think I'm in the color Medium Deep. What does that say? What does that say? Oh, wrong, Dark Neutral. And then I'm going to also be using, I really like the Naked Skin. It's very creamy and it doesn't crease on me. I'm going to be using this Bare Skin, and I'm in the color Tan. I had that in my last basket, and I really enjoy wearing that. And I'm also going to be using the Maybelline Better Skin, and I'm in the color Medium Deep. Then for highlighting, I'm going to be using the Naked Skin, and this is in, I think, what is it, medium dark. Then I got this as a 100-point perk. The Clinique Perfecting Concealer Foundation. I use this as a highlighter under my eyes. And then I'm also going to be using another color in the Maybelline Fit Me. Those are what I'm going to be using to highlight under my eyes. Then to set all of that concealing and correcting and highlighting that under the eyes, I'm going to be for high end, I'm going to be using the, oh, excuse me, y'all, the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Now, y'all know I said that I don't like to use that by itself, but I do mix it with the Ruby Kisses Banana and it works out really well for me. And then y'all know from my last haul, I picked this up at Kmart, this new Black Radiance translucent powder, and it's like a peachy tone. I'm going to be using this as well. I'm going to be trying that out. Then moving on to foundation. I'm going to be using high-end, the Too Faced Born This Way, and I'm in the color Honey. I really, 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 really like that foundation. If y'all want an in-depth review on anything, just let me know. Then my drugstore is going to be the Dream Velvet by Maybelline and also the Matte and Poreless by Maybelline. I really like the Matte and Poreless, and I'm thinking I like the Dream Velvet, but I got to play with it a little more and before I get my final thoughts on it. But right now I'm really liking it. And then prior, as y'all know, I like to glow, glow, glow. So I'm going to be putting under my foundation the Revlon Photo Skin Lights in, what is that, Radiant Light or Bare Light. And then I'll be using the Japanese Illuminator in, what's this called? Oh my goodness. Liquid Light. So yeah, I put those on under my foundation to give my skin a healthy glow. I'm going to be setting all of that with my high-end. It's going to be this Bare Minerals. What is it? The Bare Skin Perfecting Veil, and it's in the color Tan to Dark. And then, as you saw in my haul, I hauled this from Kmart as well. This Black Radiance Powder in the new color Golden Cashew. So those are going to be my two that I set my foundation with. Now I got this Milani Prep Set and Go Translucent Face Powder, and I'm not sure how that's going to work. That's why I have it out. I'm going to try it if I don't like it, because I don't have good luck with white translucent powders. I will be putting that in the traveling makeup bag. Okay, then moving on to bronzers and blushes. Now I have this contouring blush powder by e.l.f. It has a bronzer and a blush in it. I'm going to be trying that out along with this is the Warm Bronzer by e.l.f. I'm going to be trying both of those out. I'm also going to be using the new Rimmel by Kate. It's a contour, blush, and highlighting set, and I really, really enjoy that. So I'll be using that as well. Then I'm going to be using this Buxom bronzer, and it's in the color Tahiti. I really, really like that for warming up my face. And then I also have this Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo. Now, when this first came out, most people were talking about the highlighter, and the highlighter is gorgeous. They didn't really care for the bronzer, but I like the whole set. I like the highlighter, and I really, really like that bronzer on my skin tone. It really, really works out well for me. Then I also have, for blushes, I'm going to be using the Laura Geller Blush and Brighten Apricot Berry. This is a very, very, very pretty marbled color. And I'm going to be using the Lorac. This is the new Lorac blushes. I had been looking for, this is in the color Ultraviolet. I've always wanted a purple blush. Don't ask me why. I just go there sometimes. So I picked it up, and it's really, really, really beautiful on the skin. But what I'm going to be doing with it, I'm going to be taking this, oh crap. I'm going to be taking this Becca Cream blush, and I'm going to be mixing it with the Lorac, and we're going to see how that works out. Then I also have the Milani Baked Blush in Red Vino. I have the City Color Matte Blush in, well, there is no color. It just says blush. Okay, in blush. Then I also have these two Sasha blushes. One is in a orange, which is called Burnt Orange, and the other one is in Party Glow. Now, y'all, a little bit with these Sasha ones go a very, very long way. They're highly, highly pigmented, so you want to be careful with that. Then moving on to the eyes. I am going to be using my Pure Eye Polishes. These I want to try to use up and get rid of because they are starting to dry out, and I've had to work with them to bring them back to life. Well, first let's move back. My eye primers for the next 2 weeks is going to be the Milani eyeshadow primer. I really, really, really enjoy wearing this. It really my eyeshadow really adheres to it, but this is a tube I'm trying to work through. So I'm going to have this in my basket for a minute because I'm trying to use this up. Then I also have the new Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer, and I've been using this as well here and there, and so far I'm liking it. And then my high end is going to be the NARS eyeshadow primer, and it's alright, but if you want an in-depth review, let me know in the comments down below. Then moving on to eyeshadows, like I said, I'm going to be using these eye polishes. This one is in, there's no color. Well, this is a purple one. This is like a green, army green one. And this is like a peachy one. I'm going to be wearing those as bases along with the new Jordana cream eyeshadows. I'm going to be using as bases, and I think I already have done a review comparing these two, which pretty much they're about the same to me. So those are going to be my eyeshadow bases. Then for my eyeshadows, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Unlimited Vice Reloaded. This just had some really, really pretty colors in it. So I was interested in that, so I picked it up. So I'm going to be using that. Then to throw in some neutrals, I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever palette for some neutrals, some shimmery neutrals. Then for my drugstore, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal La Palette 1 and 2. So those are going to be the shadows I'm going to be working with. And I think I can come up with some really gorgeous looks with that. If y'all want to see what my looks look like, just subscribe to me to Instagram. I can't even remember what my name is, but I will link it down below or put it here up at the top of the video as a card or something. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to catch a cold, and I've been taking stuff to ward it off here. Then moving on to my highlights, because y'all know I like to glow. I pulled out all my Becca for my high end. I have the Becca Opal. I have the Becca Rose Gold. That's the Becca Opal. Oops. I have, which one is this? This one is the Becca Rose Gold. And these are in the powder form. If I can get the thing open. There we go. That's the Rose Gold. And then I also have it in Topaz. So these are the powder highlighters. And Becca makes some gorgeous highlighters. That's the Topaz. But I also have the pressed in the same color. And I've never tried to use them together. So I'm going to be working with trying to use them together. I have the Rose Gold in the pressed. And the pressed is like a cream. Well, it is a cream. There's no like to it. And then I also have the Opal in the pressed. That's the Opal. That's the Rose Gold. And then I also have the Topaz in the pressed. So I'm just going to work with both of these, all of them, and see how they do with the cream underneath the powder for the same color. Yeah, like I said, I've never done it before, so it sounds interesting to me. Then moving on to my highlight for drugstore, it will be the, again, Strobe of Genius by NYX. I just picked that up a couple weeks ago, and so far, so good. So I'm going to be mixing it with the Glow from the highlighter, cream highlighter from H&M that I already been using for the past 2 weeks because I really, really, really like that highlighter. Then, moving on to my lippies, I have this little box here. And, y'all, I got so many doggone lipsticks till I've decided that I'm going to do it by brand. That way, I don't have to try to figure out what colors I want to go with it because I pretty much have, in the brands, have the colors that I like. So I will just use it by brand. And I'm going to be using the Lorac. I have the Matte Pro Sticks. I have the lip glosses. And then I also have some lipsticks. And then that's going to be my high end. And then my drugstore is going to be the new L'Oreal Infallible Matte Liquid Lipsticks. And I have pretty much all those colors. I love that liquid lipstick by L'Oreal. So yeah, so that's, oh, contour. Can't forget about contouring, can we? Contouring, we're going to be using the Sephora again in tan, the cream, pulling out that Tarte. I've been mixing it with the powders and different things of that nature. And then I'm also going to be using the Iman. She has a new trio, contouring trio out. And that's what that looks like. So those are going to be what I'm going, and this is powder, by the way. That's what I'm going to be using for contouring. So let me just scale back so y'all can get a good look. Oh, and by the way, say hi, Ethel. That's Ethel, y'all. Very good friend of mine gave me her for my birthday a couple years back. So her name is Ethel. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to be wearing for the next 2 weeks, y'all. So if you see any products you want an in-depth review on or you want my thoughts on, leave your comments down below. Y'all know I love my comments. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video, and smooches.